What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Risky Ryan Trades. Well, I did it. I sold all of it, all of my Nike stock. I had a pretty decent sized position at one point. It did nothing but lose me money. I'm not afraid of losing money in the market if I feel like there will be upside, you know, over the course of the years. And I like to build positions as price goes down, oftentimes. However, my thesis kind of broke, like my TA that I had kind of broke, and I had to redraw my GAN. And then when I redrew it to this, which I'm going to show you right here, it was pretty conclusive. And now I have newfound confidence on what Nike's going to be doing. So just taking a look here, you can see this goes from 1984. Each candle represents 3 months. So we have a lot of history with Nike to lean on and to look at when considering market symmetry. And as you can see, this blue line right here, it held this from 2009 all the way to 2022. Pretty good. But since then, we've been bleeding out. And from what this GAN chart is telling me, first of all, there could be more downside. We could come all the way down to the 40s. And on top of that, even if we just go nowhere, we could potentially go nowhere for, what is that? 12 times 3, that's 36 months. That's 3 years. We could potentially go nowhere for 3 years with this stock. So I don't see any hurry when it comes to this trade. And so that's why I sold every share. There's another stock that I sold shares out of, okay? And that is Honest. Honest does not look particularly great to me right now. Let's go here. So market symmetry of this, I don't like it when it's in no man's land. I like these GAN fans. The arcs are great for predicting breakouts, but in general, I like these angles, the fans, because it indicates that we could bounce up. We could do better than this, but if it holds for a long period of time, at a minimum, you can measure out what the CAGR is, how much this is going to go up over time. And so that way I can say, hey, I'm going to get at least, as long as that line holds, I'm going to get at least, 20% a year or what have you. Honest, I actually sold up here. So, but unfortunately, I think I'm breaking even right now on the shares that I bought or that I sold today. Simply put, it looks like this thing is coming down to $4 again. And it could be dead money for up to 17 weeks, as long as this line, and I think this line will be the thing. So I'll probably pick my shares back up. If we come down to $4, or if I can get an even better price, if I can get like in the threes, I might pick my shares back up again. I didn't sell the entire position, but I did reduce it just because it just doesn't look like it's going to be making it back up. I was kind of hoping it would make it back up to this angle. Looks like ultimately this angle right here is going to be the growth vector going forward. So I sold that. Now, what did I say at the beginning of this week? Shark Ninja was my pick of the week, and well, look at that. So I shared this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, at Risky Ryan Trades. Over the weekend, I said, hey, like I'm hoping to pick up some shares at $80. The market gods must have heard my intentions, and so they moved the market open up to about $83, $84, and there's no 24-hour trading on Shark Ninja, so I wasn't able to pick up $80 shares. A little salty about that, but whatever. I bought a bunch of shares at market open, and they've done nothing but go up all week. So right now I'm up about 6 to 7% on those shares. Another big development today, SoFi crushing it, absolutely crushing it. this whole week has been, let's see what we've done so far this week. 7%. And let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, this kind of pattern, it's bullish. It looks like it wants to head up to about 1750 really quick. So that's what I would be looking. If you're looking to do a trade or something like that, you know, at the same time, tomorrow is Juneteenth. Market will be closed. A lot of, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but I think, and some other people I follow think that you could see the U.S. potentially get involved in a more serious way in the war. And it's 5 minutes away from market close, so it could come fairly soon. Just because Juneteenth, the market is closed, so it would give time for things to kind of settle down maybe, or people to digest the news so that there's not some freak out shock in the market. So that's another reason why I sold. I already kind of knew I was going to sell, but that kind of pushed me over the edge. I bought another VIX contract, a call on the VIX for a very short term. It's expires on the 25th of next week. So I have a week for the VIX to go over 21, which it's going to do, I think, or at least it has a very good chance of doing it. To me, this is very cheap insurance. And if that works out, if the VIX jumps up and stocks dump, then I'll be able to make a bunch of money on those VIX contracts and roll that right into some of my favorites like Shopify, Shark Ninja, and potentially Archer Aviation, which, by the way, keep an eye out for that video coming up this week. If you want to see that video, I'm going to do a full kind of due diligence, market research, give you just sort of a summary of what Archer Aviation is, if I think it's a buy or not. So hit the subscribe button if you want to see that video. Hit the like button if you want to help me grow my channel. And if you had any thoughts or comments throughout this video, go ahead and leave them below. I love reading those. And until next time, Risky Ryan out.